was a free download from Sketchfab. The model, the file type was .glb, I believe it was. You just drag and drop. Make sure that your units here are set to millimeters, which they are, and then just check the size of your vehicle. So I'm sure there's a measuring tool, but what you can do is if you just create a cube, that cube is 2 meters. So that looks about right. So when this car came in, it was 0.001. Oops, it was 0.001. So it was tiny like that. So that's how you know there's something is up. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this collection, put it at the top, isolate that collection just by using our number keys. So 1 is isolating that one, 2 is isolating that one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Right. We're gonna select all, edit mode, unhide, select the center, delete. We're gonna deselect. We're gonna select all, and we're gonna clear and keep transform. Then we're gonna select the back again. We're gonna select all that. Select everything at the back, and then we're going to separate selection. Then we're going to select the back again, and it's still, for some reason, selecting the front. Now, why is this? Well, I'll tell you why. Let's move this to a new collection. Let's call this RR for rear. Let's bring everything else back in, and then let's move that up there. And we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Then what we're going to do next, actually I've just realized I've forgotten to do the very first step, but never mind. So we're going to isolate this back wheel, and we're going to try and find the center of it. So if we select link, which is L, and then isolate that, and then we can separate that and go isolate that again, select all, edit mode, select all, merge by distance, and then we go Control J to change triangles to quads, and then we're going to just increase that to 180 and that to 1. Then we're going to select this. We're going to select this loop in the center. Then we're going to go cursor to selected, and then we're going to go create a empty, which will go right in the middle of that wheel. We're going to bring everything else back in. Now, with that empty selected, we're going to select all. We're going to go Control P. We're going to set parent to that empty there. Now, if we change this to 0, it's going to move that to Y0, which is obviously where we want it. So now we select all again. Actually, no, before we do that, let's make the center, let's make the height a rounded number. Just make sure the bottom of the wheel is at Z0. If we just change that to, let's say, 330, that would do. And now we isolate the first layer. We can probably, no, we cannot. Right, and we're going to do the same thing with the front wheel. So we're going to select this area here. Actually, let's just select, or can we? Okay, let's try and select the whole tire. So I'm just going around and just clicking the L button, or L key. Now we're going to separate that selection, and we're going to isolate that. Oops, we're going to isolate the tire. We're going to go into edit mode, select all, merge by distance. We're going to Control J to triangles to quads that again. We're going to select this loop. I'm going to put select closer to selected. And we're going to create another empty, which will go in the middle of that wheel, or the center. Now, select your empty, select all. Then parent to that. And then as with the front one, we're going to change that to 330 and that to 0. And now, if we toggle 1 and 2, let's zoom into that wheel. That wheel should be in the same, or the center should be in the same place anyway. Looks like perhaps one of the wheels maybe is marginally bigger. The back one, I assume. So if we go to front view, we have some camber on these wheels, which is actually quite rare. They often most likely they very rarely have any camber on them. So that's interesting, isn't it? Right. So what we're going to do next is let's have a look, see if there's an engine in there. Oh, nice. There is an engine in there. So we're going to put that on a new collection. And we're going to call that collection engine. And then let's isolate that again. Let's put these little engine-y looking bits into that collection. So we're going to select all that, go to edit mode. We're going to select all the little bits that look like they might belong to the engine. Now, actually, before we do that, let's grab all of this. We won't be needing any of this. Careful as you go around there. And this. And that, maybe. And just delete that. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to select all the engine-y bits like this. There we go. And then we're going to separate those. And then try and select them again and then put those into engine. Now let's bring everything else back in. Now let's select everything but the wheel. By the way, I'm using some headphones to record this. So let me know if it sounds rubbish. Although I don't actually know how to read messages, if there are any. Oh, there aren't any. Okay. Hello. Right, okay, so let's go select that and hide, 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 hide. Now, oops. Let's put these wheels into a new collection and call this F wheel. Oops, F wheel. And then let's hide that. We don't need this wheel because we can just mirror it. Delete that. Select all. Delete. Let's bring that back up. And now we can isolate that bit. And then again, let's select what we're going to do with this actually. We're going to move that. No, we're going to duplicate that. And we're going to put this empty in the center. And we're going to move that into the scene collection and rename that scalar. We're going to use that later. This one here, we can put that into the F wheel collection. And now we can select all, go to edit mode. Oops, select something and then select all. Go to edit mode, make sure nothing's hidden. Select all, and then we're going to go to bisect. And we're going to reset these all to 0. That one to 0, that one to 1, that one to 0. And we're going to clear outer. And then let's go to the rear. And we're going to do the same thing with the wheel. So let's move that into a new collection. And we're going to call that R wheel, which of course stands for rear wheel. And we're going to do the same thing, as I said. So we're going to select everything but the wheel. There we go. So let's grab that, move that to rear wheel. Select that one, delete, select all. What have we got here then? Okay, something. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to select something, select all, edit mode, make sure nothing's hidden, select all, bisect, go straight down, zero these out, make this a 1, clear outer, clear inner this time. And let's see how close they are. Okay, so that's interesting. The center of the front wheel arch is actually further out than the center of the rear wheel arch, which is interesting. So what we're going to do now, oops, we're going to select all, we're going to clear parent. Let's put the cursor to world origin. Let's select all, make sure the scalar is not selected. Select all, and then apply all transform. Then we're going to make sure that the pivot point is at 3D cursor, which should be at world origin 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then what we're going to do is we're going to select the rear, double click that, and we're going to scale. Let's see how that's looking. We're going to scale that, scale in X only, and we're going to match those two up. Let's see how that looks. Looks good. Okay. So next, let's get rid of a few of these bits which we won't need. Are we going to need some glass on the top? Maybe not. Or maybe. Let's see. No, let's just delete them. Okay, let's isolate these two objects, and then let's see if we can isolate, separate that, which we can. That's good. So we can hide that. That's the bonnet inner. So let's see if we can, quite a lot of stuff there. Let's see, how do we get rid of all this? Or how do we select it? Let's see if we can select the neighboring objects. So that's good. We can select that bit and that bit, separate those, hide those for a sec, and then let's isolate this for a sec. And then let's see, do they have materials that we select? No, they do not. We'll do that actually. Hold on, let's select that one. No, okay. Let's try and look under here, and then let's see if we can select everything but that bonnet inner. Let's hide those. Hide, 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 hide. And then let's get in here. Let's hide all this. Let's hide all this. Hide that, hide that, hide that. And then let's hide this stuff. There we go. And this as well. Okay, what is this? This looks like it could be part of the main bodywork. So let's hide that. And these. And these, and these, and these, and these. There's this one as well. This is a very detailed model, which is nice. That does mean a little bit more work, but that's okay, because the more detail, the better it will look, obviously. So let's see if we can just select these like this. Hide. Select this. Oops, and hide. And I'm guessing we've got the other side as well. So let's select and hide. Select. Oops, got a bit ahead of myself there. Select and hide. Right. Okay. So now select that, separate, and we can probably put. No, actually, let's leave that. Okay. Okay, let's isolate this. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to separate these two bits. And then also let's separate these bits. and these bits, and this. And then we can delete 1/2 of this. Okay, let's, just so we can see a little bit of progress, what we're going to do here is we're going to quickly detach that. I'm going to join those two bits together, and we're going to detach this here. I'm going to detach that from there, or separate that from there rather. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to add a mirror modifier to that, and then we're going to use the scalar as the mirror object. Now what we're going to do is select all, merge by distance, and then we're going to do triangles to quads, and then we're going to just delete. We're going to slide these up, make sure that that's on. We're going to slide these up. Going to get rid of these rogue vertices like so. Slide that one down, delete that one, delete that one, slide that one down, slide that one up, delete that one, and that one. Now what we're going to do, we're going to turn on snap to vertices, and then we're going to snap these to there, these to there, that one to there, that one to those to there, and let's see, that'll just go to there for now. Okay, let's have a look. So what we want to do is we want that one probably to come down. Would that be easier? Or that one to come up? So that split line on the bonnet there goes into, let's have a look at the stock. The split line goes into the wheel arch and it goes around it, whereas on the back, it goes over it. Let's see. Let's see how we're going to resolve this one. I think we're going to have to add another split line down there. That's going up too high. Ooh, this is a bit of an awkward giraffe. Turtle. Is it awkward turtle? Right, so I think it's going to be easier to go down. Let's just see how this looks, shall we? Let's move this down. Let's move this down like this. That looks a bit ship. Did we want to move? I wonder if I moved it up instead. Okay, let's see. What if we moved? I guess we have to just move this whole thing down. I mean, this doesn't look that much thicker. This side does not look thicker than that side. This is very good optical illusions. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, I think. We are going to fix this by, see how it looks if we mirror this over. Move this out like that, and let's just mirror it over to that side. So that is not a million miles off from there. So what we need to do, I think we need to move this down, move these down so that it matches that one a little bit better. Yes, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's start on this bit, shall we? So let's, is this symmetrical? No, it's not. Okay, wow, this is actually modeled in as well. Very Good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just copy these. We're just going to copy those, and then we're going to delete this half. We're going to select those, delete those. Then we're going to separate those, and then we're going to select all, merge by distance, and then we're going to triangles to quads. Now what we're going to do is select these and isolate them. Actually, I should have kept that for reference. So let's duplicate this again, move it out in Y, mirror it, and then that is going to be our reference. So we need to get a little bit closer to that. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to build a circle like so, which is roughly in the center of that wheel arch. Oops, like this. Like this. And then we're going to put the 3D cursor to selected. And we're going to make sure that the pivot point is set to 3D cursor. Now we are going to select these vertices like so, and these as well, and these as well. I should deselect these, and we're going to go scale but not Y like this. Right, so that one. Oh shit, no, let's get rid of that. That's getting in the way. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to select these. And we're going to scale them like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select that one. And we're going to use this tool to scale it up. This looks like it needs to come down a little bit. So we're going to select these. Select these. And then that one. And we're going to go down a touch like so. Then we're going to select these ones. And we're going to do the same thing here. Next, we are going to select these ones. And we're going to go down a touch. Like so. And then we're going to deselect these. And we're going to go up a touch, like so. Let's see how that looks, shall we? All right, it's getting closer. So that still needs to go down a bit, I think, doesn't it? It needs to start going down from, obviously, this point. So let's go back to here. Let's select these again. I think we're going to use scale this time instead. So scale Z. Scale Z. Let's move them up a little bit like that. And then let's grab these. And let's move those up like that. That does not look any better. Okay, right, let's use this as a reference. Let's scale that up. And then let's scale that along, or out in Y only, and scale it up in Z. So if we can get it close to that, that would be nice. So I think what we're going to do here is go really rogue and just do it manually. So we're going to aim for that, oops, that to be on that line. And let's just see where we get to, shall we? These are some really bold moves here. This might end up looking like a pile of pile of ship. But let's see, shall we? Okay, let's see how that looks. Well, well, well. I think that looks pretty good, if I say so myself. Let's put that on a new collection called Helpers. Helpers, or shall we call it Guides? I think Guides is is it's different. Right, okay, what we're going to do now, let's straighten these up. Oops. So I'm just selecting that one and that one. Oops, that one to there. Oh, come on. Straighten, straighten, straighten. Actually, I think this might be a good opportunity to try a new tool I've downloaded, which is not free. Sorry, it is free. It doesn't come with Blender by default. So let's see if it works, shall we? So I'm going to select these. Oops. I'm going to select these and these. Oh man, I want to select these as well. We're going to have to select them all one by one. I'm sure there's a shortcut to select these all, but anyway. Okay, so I've got these selected. Now I'm going to go Shift E, and go. I don't think I've downloaded it actually. Hold on. Extensions. What's it called? Edgeflow. Edgeflow. Oh, there it is. It is there. Edgeflow. It's grayed out though. Why is it grayed out? Grayed out Edgeflows. Installed Edgeflows. Grayed out. Why is it grayed out? That is not ideal. Missing add-ons. What's this? Get rid of that. Edgeflow. Oh, there it is. Not turned on. Okay, good. Right, let's try this now. So, got this selected. Move this out of the way. And go set flow. That does not seem to have done anything. Why is this? Alright, let's try that again. Edge flow. What am I doing wrong here? Edge flow? What's going on? Active object has non-uniform scale. Oh, is that what it is? All right, select all. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's see. Okay. So the lesson there is always read the error codes. How do I select all of these? Oh, it's gone way too far. Hold on. Right, I tell you what we'll do. Let's just select them manually again. Long. It will be interesting to see how this turns out though, won't it? Right, this one and this one. And then these. And then these. Actually, not those. These. Right. That should be I hope that's a straight line. Anyway, got those selected. And set flow. Do not like that. Or do I? No, we will not be using edge flow on this particular occasion. I'm sorry. Instead, I'm just going to continue and do these, straighten these out manually. Sorry, edge flow. I think what edge flow does is it spreads them out evenly, which I don't think is what I want in this particular occasion. So just did them manually there. Anyway, right, we want a nice straight split line there. Let's move those over. So let's go from that one to that one, straight line, and then slide that one down, slide that one down, slide those across, slide that one down and that one across. Let's merge those, shall we? Slide that one over. Let's move those down like that. Okay, let's delete normals. Okay, let's bring them back. And then let's set the normals from these faces, and hopefully that gets rid of that. Some faces, yes it does. Okay, we've got a little bit of normals, anomalies going on here. But to fix those, I think we need to no, not do that. So we can fix this one by selecting these, and then these. Got a little bit of funny going on here, but that will do for now, I think. Let's crack on. Right, so now let's go this one to this one, straight line. Slide those across, slide that one up, slide that one over like this. Okay, that will do for now. We lost mirror. No, we haven't added a mirror modifier. So mirror modifier, we can copy that one. Link to copy modifiers. And actually, let's have a little look at what it looks like with some wheels on. Oops, there we go. Oh yeah, really starting to take shape. Right, next, let's tackle the main area here. And we obviously need to come back to this, but in the interest of getting it done, let's move on to this area here. So let's isolate that. Wow, okay. Okay, this is a lot of detail. Okay, so what we're going to do here is make sure that auto merge is off, and then we're going to select all of this and all of this and go around here and here, and let's just get in there, and then we're going to just do add to selection. Right, now we can separate that spoiler, and I'm going to guess that we can delete all of this up here. So let's select all that. Oops, what's he done? Select all of this. Ah, is that the petrol cap? Okay, that would have been quite nice to have that, but we've still got the stock collection, so we can probably get it from there. Right, okay, so what's this? We can get rid of that. And what's this? Is this just interior stuff? Okay, so that looks like it might be, we might be able to throw that away, but let's put it on a layer or a collection called maybe delete. And leave that on, leave that there for now, and then make sure it doesn't render. Turn that off, and then here, let's get rid of that. Delete those bits. Delete that. Okay, so we've got a split line that goes up there and over. So we don't need this split line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete one half first of all, and then we're going to, we don't need this bit either actually. So let's delete that and this and this and that and this and that and this and that, and then let's merge. Oops, let's merge those two bits. What have I done? Merge those two bits. We can, oops. Let's separate that bit. Let's hide that. Let's see if there's any messages. No, it's just me, is it? Okay, well, hello. I'll say hello back to myself then. If this is in fact recording. This might not even be recording. Anyway, right, so what we're going to do here, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of, well, first of all, select all, merge by distance, triangles to quads. Let's have a quick little inspection to see what's going on. That looks good to me. Although, what is going on under there? Is that the underneath? Very, very thorough model, this one. You can get rid of that, and then that will allow us to get rid of that one and these. Then we're going to just merge those in the center. So we're now getting rid of the split line. Turn auto merge back on. So, okay. Just slide that over, slide that one over there. What have we got here? What is this? Oh, it's for the spoiler. Okay, that's okay. Right. Next, we will halve the bonnet. Select that. select all, merge by distance, triangles to quads. Have a sip of water. Do not forget to hydrate. What we can do next is we can merge these two and then add a mirror modifier to that. Use the scalar, change that to clipping, change that to 0.1. Now let's merge these. Please get back up off your knees. Don't forget to pay your fees. Right, so let's see. So the bonnet has got less geometry than the boot. So what we're going to do is, I'm sure we can just delete a few of these. So if we just go slide those over like that, probably get rid of that one as well. Slide those over. Auto merge is on, of course. We can go that one to there. Let's see if we can delete any of these. Okay, let's do that. And then let's slide these over as well. Like so. Okay. So far, so good. Now, let's slide these over. I feel like I've done this before. Oh, it was down there, wasn't it? Okay. So let's clean up the edges. So we're going to get rid of any rogue vertices, like so. And then over here as well. Slide those, slide those. We could probably try and get rid of these, sliding those over. Get rid of that. Delete those and those, 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 and those, and those. And then over here, this one could probably go over into this one. So if we just slide that over a bit, and then that one, slide that one over like so, and we're going to aim that one, oops, that one for there, like so. And then we can get rid of all of these, like so. Okay, good, 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 good. Now, let us pray. All right, we're just going to eyeball these for now. Auto merge back on. So that's going to be the edge. Let's move that over. Slide these down, oops, like this. And then let's see if we can do any reductions over in this area here as well. So I think we can do a little bit of reduction here. We can do a little bit of a cleanup in this area as well. Just doing a little bit of a cleanup, as I said. We can add more geometry as we need it, but for now, so we can merge the back with the front, we need to have simpler geometry. I wonder if I can use the that tool here and see if it helps. So I'm going to select those. We're going to go Control E, set flow. Okay, undo, redo, undo, redo, undo, Redo. Okay, that's good. I like that. That's good. That's helped. That's good. That's, yeah, very happy with that. Okay. Now we've got crease that we probably want to go around a little bit more. But what we'll do is first of all, let's get rid of this crease here somewhere like this for now. Actually, no, let's get rid of all of it. What we're going to do there, just for now, we're going to put a bevel modifier on there. Bevel modifier. And we're going to change that to weight, change that to 2. And we got our crease back. And now we can manipulate that crease by only moving one set of vertices rather than 2. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Or are we? I think we're good there for now. So what we're going to do, Neil, is, right, we want that one. We want, well, we want all of them really. But again, in the interest of getting something done, let's, oh, hold on. It goes up from quite high to nothing there, doesn't it? Oh, let's bring the lights back in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This flat has to wash out somewhere. But where? That is a very good question. Maybe the flat goes to there. Yeah, let's try that. So I'm just going to get rid of all of these. And these. And we're going to go from up there down to there. And then it's going to grow as it goes around or over the wheel arch. Should we see how that looks? Yes, let's. This is going to go up like that. What's going on here? Okay, so zoom in. Let's go up. Let's change that to 0. And then we're going to use the relax tool to get that to go around smoother, more smoothly. Pull that one out and that one as well. Okay, and then there we go. Okay, is that leaning over in the opposite direction? Yes, it is. So let's lean it back over a little bit. And then as it goes towards the back, it leans over. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Right. So does it? Yeah, that needs to lean over completely to that side. And that one needs to lean over. And then as it goes towards the front, it leans the other way. So that's going to be twisting. But let's just see how we get on. So you got a little funny there. Let's see if we can fix these normals. Okay, that's good. It's looking good. So let's see. Should that go higher up and wash out at the front? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, hold on. Let's bring these down. Let's bring these down. And bring those over. Let's go to the middle there. And let's make that a much more gradual descent or rise towards the back or descent towards the front. Depends on if you're a half full or half empty kind of a person. And this one maybe goes up as it goes around that corner. Okay, let's bring these down. Okay, so I don't think we need all of these because that's will be here forever. So let's just get rid of these. And so probably we can pull this one over a little bit like so. And then pull that one over a little bit in this direction. And then we can get rid of that one. And then pull this one over like so. And I wonder if we can use the special magic tool here as well. Let's just isolate these. Let's make sure that these are straight line. And the same thing. Yeah, no, that's good. And then let's see if we can do. What would happen if I did it now? Set flow. It's going to make a big mess, isn't it? Okay, we want to deselect these. Oh, there you go. There's a workaround. So set flow before and after, before, before, after. No, I'm not happy with that. Let's just leave it how it was. Okay. Okay. And let's go side view again. And we're going to go, what are those actually doing? Nothing really. So we don't need whatever these vertices are meant to be doing here. So we can simplify this area here. Because simplify this area. What's going on here? Hold on. Oh, so that's a little flick at the back. So we want to keep those. And we can get rid of these. Get rid of those. And then let's see if we can use the old grid fill here. No, we cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it does not work. And the reason for this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. What is the reason for this? The reason for this, I think, is user error. Okay, so let's bring those down. Can we reduce these? I think so. Okay, that's good. Let's see how we're going to resolve this. We can resolve it by doing, oops, not that. Resolve it by doing that. And then let's see if we can use the trusty old, relax yourself tool here. Not really. I wonder if I pull one of these down and then I select all of these. Can I use the, okay, what if I pull it right down and then relax those? Okay, yeah, that's something. That is something. Okay, let's pull that back out. And pull that back out. Have a look at the... So the shapes... Alright, someone at the door. It's very annoying. So it's coming together. But unfortunately, my time has come due to people at the door. But I think this is going to be a good one. I've got I've got a good feeling about this one. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Hey, bye bye.